Patrick McCaw with 9.
What did Eleanor Roosevelt say about Noah?
Well, you threw a couple of Eleanor quotes at me today, but I've blocked it out. There's a turnover.
Don't take no from somebody who doesn't have the power to say yes. And these refs have the power to say yes. Let them go. Beautiful out of bounds play execution. Dave Rice, he's got his team ready. It's like they took yesterday off, and they are primed today.
Well, they scored 60 points in the second half yesterday.
Did you watch the game?
I mean, I thought I was here, but again, it's the experience is always interesting.
Was not what you hope for in life.
Loose ball. Indiana picks it up.
Zeislov everywhere defensively, spotting up on the three-point line.
Flipped out of bounds. It's a turnover. That's 7 turnovers on Indiana. And UNLV leads at 18-9.
Indiana's caught off guard by the remarkable athleticism and intensity level of the running Rebels. They're in shock and awe out there of what they're witnessing. And this guy, McCaw, goodness gracious.
Wow. Patrick McCaw, 2 more. He has 11. The sophomore from St. Louis. Inside and a travel. Another turnover. That's 8.
I never complain about traveling violations or palming violations. Green, got to breathe some life, got to breathe some confidence in it right now. The Hoosiers in trouble.
Back here at the Maui Gym, Maui Invitational, Sunday night at the Napili Gardens at the Hyatt Regency in Maui. Players from each team participated in the hula contest. OG Anunoby came away with the victory. He beat out Carlton Bragg from Kansas in the freestyle dance finals.
So it was a talent contest, or was it a flex-off?
Of course, they made the freshmen do it.
They kept their shirts on, though, right?
This guy's big-time athlete, OG Anunoby.
Jefferson City, Missouri, just a freshman, along with Juwan Morgan, also from Missouri. Waynesville himself. But these two guys, Morgan and Anunoby, the future of Indiana basketball. But that future is looking a little shaky over the next couple hours unless they get somebody to step to the front and say, okay, I'm going to tell you how this is going to be. But right now, it has been all UNLV.
Seegers finds Carter, going to work on Hartman. Carter down inside, flips it up, it goes in.
Twice, Carter continues to go to a play over his right shoulder as a right-handed player. That's not going to be effective over the long haul. You've got to come back to the Akeem Olajuwon jump hook with that, and he's got it. We've seen it. He's a big-time player, Ben Carter. It's a strong move, and it goes in, but eventually they're going to send that one back, and that is just basically luck as opposed to determining your own fate and that of the known world with skill.
I think Hartman even got a piece of that, so he's fortunate that went in. He'll sit with 2 fouls now, Ben Carter. Indiana ball as they inbound.
Beautiful.
And right there, it's Blackman knocking down a 3.
Both schools, perfect execution to get wide open threes out of dead ball situations along the baseline. Critical. UNLV's front court's in foul trouble already. Stepped out of bounds.
Indeed he did. Derek Jones Jr. turned over, 3rd on UNLV.
One of the hardest things for a young player. Derek Jones, whose game at this point is still based on athleticism and being able to jump over everybody. He has a big game yesterday against an inferior opponent. Thinks, okay, it's just going to be easy. I'm just going to be dunking on everybody. And Indiana's not going to let him do that. What kind of game does he really have?
Trying inside, wouldn't go.
Morgan.
Okinobo has it blocked. Bryant eventually able to save it. Great hustle by the big fella. Now Farrell.
This Yogi and Seagear's matchup is just going to be fantastic. But the smart defensive strategy, UNLV, days of Jerry Tarkanian, send it back. Beautiful block, but
good
UNLV,
block from Okanobo.
UNLV's defensive history.
And they're going to count that. Seagears will go to the line, and he'll shoot. That's 7 for Jerome Seagears, the senior from Maryland.
Transferred from Rutgers. His parents are here. See him at the hotel every day. Proud as can be, just down the lane. Somebody might want to tell the Indiana Hoosiers that Seagears is right-handed.
That foul on Hartman, he's got 2.
You know how great a coach Jerry Tarkanian was?
How great a coach was he?
Wherever he went, they had never won before. He gets there, and they win it all. When he leaves, they never win again. That guy was incredible. And what happened to him during the course of his lifetime was an embarrassment in terms of what they did to try to break him, to try to drive him down. So glad he got to make it to the Hall of Fame, at least before he died. And I had the privilege of being there. And I want you to at least read the opening chapter of Runnin' Rebel by Dan Wetzel. Because if you get through page 2, you'll never put it down to the last page.
You got any other books you need me to read?
How about The Coldest Winter? How about Believer?
Shot clock winding down. Williams got to do something. Morgan, did he get it off? No, no shot. 9 turnovers now on the Hoosiers.
Do you go by the clock or do you go by the horn?
Yeah, that's no basket. Mike Greenstein waved it off. You see Keith Kimball talking with Tom Crean.
With the Hoosiers suffering a crisis of confidence right now, Crean has got to weave that into his team. He's got to make them believe. Don't spend your time with the refs. Because if anything, it's the UNLV that's got the shorthand of the refs.
Oh, there's Zimmerman right there. Big recruit for them. His first 2 points. And all of a sudden, it's a 15-point game. Williams right at the bucket. And Troy lays it home. That's his first 2.
UNLV get the ball to Patrick McCraw. The guy's on fire and has a statement to make today.
Zimmerman, little short, Blackman the board.
Easily the grandest stage of Zimmerman's young career.
Oh, Morgan just laid out Seagears with a pick. And then Farrell drills a 3.
When Zimmerman gets that ball through the net, don't hand it to somebody else. Jump out of bounds yourself and throw it in and race up the court, please. This game is about fast breaking. Nice defense by Bryant.
Seagears tries to feed. It's a turnover. Farrell up ahead. Williams couldn't convert the layup. And now Zimmerman. Reverse would go, and they get a foul. Oh, my.
That's 2 on Bryant. Up and down basketball, the way we love it. Troy Williams just slicing along the baseline there. And then Blackman able to find Yogi out in front. Beautiful stroke, beautiful delivery, no hesitation. We're going to find out today who's in shape.
Bryant just picked up his 2nd.
So the 3 big guys in the game all have 2 fouls.
Here, one more look at this.
This is a foul. He hits his arm right there. When you make the guy double clutch like that, you've done your job. Don't try to come and try to do something else on the backside. The theory of basketball, Bill Russell, make them take a tough shot, make them make a tough shot. And if they make it, let's see them make it again and again and again. WAMU is playing exquisite basketball in all aspects. Defense right now on Blackman.
Blackman can't hit. Morgan the rebound. Here come the Rebels. as they lead by 10.
UNLV's got to keep milking McCaw. The guy is just, he's dying to get that ball. He's dying to play. This is a grand stage for him here, ESPN. And he's standing over there in the corner, and they're not giving him the ball.
Ooh, Bielfeldt thought about it, and it ends up in the hands of Blackman. Now Farrell. And they get a bump on the floor. Break in the action, 7:02 to go first half. UNLV by 10.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Lowe's. Lowe's, never stop improving.
Doug Kazarian here with a studio update over on ESPNU. J.J. Frazier for Georgia as the Bulldogs are hosting High Point. Dogs 5 of 10 from downtown. Let's go back out to Maui, where Bill Walton is on fire.
Well, the battle for Atlantis, Paradise Island, the Bahamas. Gonzaga awaiting the winner of Texas A&M. And one semifinal, Syracuse awaiting the winner of UConn and Michigan. And those games, both those semifinals, will be Thursday on ESPN. The battle for Atlantis championship Friday at 3 Eastern.
This game, this tournament, is better. I'm proud. I'm proud of the Maui Jim Maui Invitational. I'm loyal. I'm sticking with these guys.
I heard Sean McDonough yesterday.
And I'm grateful.
Sean McDonough yesterday was stealing with, well, not stealing. I think it was a concert effort. But Mike Swanson, our stat man, said they need to rename this place the Maui Gym.
The Maui Gym Invitational.
But this building needs to be the Maui Gym.
I'm with you. I got it.
Morgan the other way and knocked out of bounds by Carter. And look out, Dave Odom.
Dave Odom's a ball player. In transition. Morgan, just so beautiful. Again, though, that's a foul from behind. But Dave Odom, longtime coach, Wake Forest University. More importantly, he is now an ambassador of the environment here in Maui as the director of everything.
He's the tournament chairman.
Beautiful passing, Yogi Ferrell, yeah.
Max Bielfeldt with the bucket, his first two. The Michigan transfer, fifth-year guy.
The ball fake to set up the passing lane. This guy, Yogi Ferrell's got game. Seeger down the lane, penetration and dish. Wild shot.
Derek Jones Jr.
When was the last time he made that one? This guy will make that one.
Look out. And all of a sudden, it's a 5-point game. Indiana on a 10-0 run.
UNLV, all they can do is call timeout. Why is Derek Jones shooting jumpers from behind the three-point line? Yogi Ferrell, little ball fake right there, freezes him, and then just a perfect passing angle. Skill, and then Zeisloff right back. Repetition, the fourth law of learning. And the celebration, the eruption on the bench, the volcano. Yes, the fans just surging as one toward this court at the Maui Gym Invitational.
UNLV by 5. And the Running Rebels haven't scored in close to 3 minutes. What do you got?
Okay, we got to get the ball back to Pat McCaw. I mean, isn't that guy a good player? Didn't he have a good start? How about Wamu? Why do you go away from things that are working for you?
There's our promo tree, Wake Forest and UCLA. That'll be coming up 7:30 Eastern, ESPN2. And then our championship game here from the line at Civic Center, the Maui Jim Maui Invitational Championship. It'll be Vanderbilt and Kansas.
Don't you think that the fans keeping score at home can read that? I mean,
the promo tree?
Yeah.
Well, we got to water it and care for it, and maybe somebody's looking away from the set.
Prune it. Yeah. When they're down looking at their mobile devices.
That's correct.
And your voice with the tree.
Yes.
Now, is that a...
Making it all happen.
Is that a kukui nut tree?
It's a, some people call it a promo tower. If we were doing this game in an urban setting, we call it a promo tower because we're in Maui. It's a promo tree.
Have you seen the towers of Shanghai?
No.
Oh, goodness gracious. World's second tallest building.
McCaw in and out, rebound underneath, loose ball, and eventually Johnson comes away with it. So Indiana looking to chip away at a 5-point deficit.
The Rebels have allowed McCaw to go cold.
Bielfeldt puts it up and in. 3-point game. He's got 7.
Okinobo is allowing Bielfeldt to get whatever position he wants underneath the basket. Defense is about preparation before your man ever gets the ball. You can't think you're just going to jump over the top of him and block from behind.
Seegers tries to scoop it, knocked out of bounds. 9 on the shot clock, and it stays with UNLV.
This is like an NCAA tournament game between legendary programs and the fans going back and forth. I just hope that George here in charge of security has enough here to keep everybody apart, because this is going to get fierce. Maybe we'll just bring out the tiki goddess of love and peace.
Okay.
And separate the crowds here.
5:12 to go. Walton calling for more security. And there's a foul.
But Ben Carter, he's a better player than he's showing here. He keeps dribbling to his right shoulder, which is the perfect setup for your reverse pivot to come back with the jump hook. And we haven't seen it once. That's 3 times today already. You have to have a theory as to how you're going to play and what's going to work.
That last foul on Robert Johnson, that's his first.
How many total fouls have been called in this game? Besides 2 men.
14.
If you cut that in half, you got a real ball game, which we have with the score. But too many players are in foul trouble. Zimmerman's got 2, Carter's got 2.
Like, you're aware that the trying to get freedom of movement, and they're calling it this way to stop people from fouling, right?
If you run, you'll have freedom of movement. If you stand and shove, you won't have. Now that's a foul. And you have to call that one. And now he's got 3. But the first one that they blew on the opening possession, that cost him dearly, which wasn't a foul.
So Zimmerman now with 3. And the freshman with just 2 points sat out yesterday with the flu. Steven Zimmerman Jr., who's from Las Vegas, played at Bishop Gorman High School. And played there with his current teammate, Ben Carter. Shabazz Muhammad as well.
Shabazz is doing well now with Minnesota after a rugged start in the NBA. That's a big jump. Every time you go up, size, strength, speed, spacing, all the S's come right into play, and you find out quickly.
What are some of the other S's?
Well, no, that's the tree you're talking about, watering.
Right.
Those are the ones, size, strength, speed, and spacing.
Okay.
For the evolutionary jump up the ladder. Middle school, high school, college, pro.
Cornish can't hit. Williams pulls down the board. And now Johnson lost the handle, gets it back, flips it out, and eventually it's Farrell. But first, McCaw ends up fouling Zeisloff. That'll be the first on Patrick McCaw.
The poison confidence of the Indiana Hoosiers coming back into play. And now they were pushed around like little children early on, but now they're in this game. And it's not up and down. It's not wild. It's not crazy, which is UNLV's game.
19 fouls on UNLV, 17 fouls on Indiana. Hoosiers 0 for 4 from the free throw line.
So what has Derek Jones done so far today?
Derek Jones so far in this one has not scored. Coming off that great performance against Chaminade, as Jones had 26 points and 10 rebounds in just 24 minutes.
This is a different opponent and a different day. And Indiana, they're going to focus in. And guys like Zeisloft and Hartman and Morgan and Bielfeldt, they're just going to get in his face and they're going to say, okay, let's see if you can shoot the ball. Let's see if you can dribble. Let's see what kind of footwork you have.
Carter comes back in. (29-26). Under 4.5 to go here in the first half. John Shambi and the Hall of Famer Bill Walton.
The Hoosier fans, they believe. They are on their feet. They feel that they've got control of the momentum and rhythm of this game at this point.
Nice look inside, and there's Jones, his first two.
Penetration and dish. Seagears getting it done. Drawing that defense. Getting in the paint, not trying to score himself, but just trying to bring people to him.
And they get a foul on the floor. And Yogi Ferrell will shoot when we return. Hoosiers were down by as many as 15. And right now, down just 5 and playing much better. Tom Crean likes it.
Coming up on the Land Rover halftime report, we'll get you caught up on a busy feast week. It all started today with Gonzaga with an impressive win.
Well, I can't wait to watch the game tonight. Vandy versus Kansas. That could be a potential Final Four matchup.
Jim Boeheim's move to Mike Benajay to the point guard has been a success.
All that and much more coming up at the break. But for now, let's go back out to Maui.
All right, guys, thanks. UNLV by 5, 3:48 to go here in this first half. UNLV got off to a really good start. Indiana turned it over. Patrick McCaw and company did a great job converting those turnovers into points. Like Wamu with the dunk. But Indiana eventually would settle in and make some good decisions. Bielfeldt in close. And then Williams, a kick out to Zeisloft for 3. And the Hoosiers right now on a 14-4 run, and Yogi Ferrell with a chance to chip away at that 5-point deficit.
Indiana has regained their poise and their confidence. 2 of the top 3 tiers in the pyramid of success. The next one, competitive greatness, and that's what we're looking for right now from UNLV. How will they adjust? Because they came out and just had everything going for them. Now it's slowed down. It's a half-court game. Who can create? Who can dictate? Who's got skill against a dug-in defense? Great Bielfeldt right over the shoulder. Magnificent defense.
Ferrell inside to the corner. Zeisloft. Great work, Yogi Ferrell penetrating and kick into the corner. We get a 1-point game.
Beautiful. But when Yogi gets underneath the basket, you can't play him to shoot. You got to stay at home and Zeisloft every single time. That's his game. Make him put it on the floor.
Carter inside. Use the rim to protect himself and put it home.
Quick hitting attack that time. Ike Wamu playing excellent basketball in every aspect. We've seen throwdowns, we've seen dunks, we've seen defense, we've seen rebounds, passing.
Out of bounds, another turnover. Indiana with 11 first-half turnovers. Here's another look at that drive and dish.
3 guys defending a guy who's in the air trying to pass along the baseline. Will not get it done. You win with mental acuity and emotional commitment. You got to think in this game to come out on top. Please.
Running Rebels started 6 for 7. 7 for 21 since. Got a lot of up-close looks early on.
But no transition opportunities. Even though Indiana's turning the ball over, they're not giving up the turnover.
Oh, there's McCaw with the layup. He's got 13.
Ben Carter. Magnificent post passing. Again, the little ball fake which makes the defender drop their hands. But Ben Carter, he's got 2 fouls. Don't get in a shoving contest with Bielfeldt, please.
Ferrell Zaislov moves it to Blackman. Blackman picks up the miss, lays it in. Wow.
Patrick McCaw ran by the shooter. You don't run out until you know your guy's got the rebound, please. Leaves his Rebel teammates 4 on 5. Blackman's playing excellent defense here on the perimeter against Seegers.
Carter at the rim and one. So Ben Carter starting to get into a bit of a groove. 8 points for the junior from Las Vegas.
Ben Carter finding McCraw down the lane. Excellent assist. And then facing the basket. Easy play to call. Wow, that's a good hard foul that time.
Troy Williams, his second.
I mean, when you come with your forearm and elbow to the guy's chest as he's coming at you. How about a play on the ball? This is basketball, not the NFL.
Carter knocks it down. He's got 9. And they'll bring Jalen Poyser in for him.
Ben Carter's dad, Mike, is here today. Just such a proud dad. Younger brother's here today as well. Ben having gone to Finley Prep, which was started by Cliff Finley, the auto magnate in Las Vegas. Todd Simon now on the UNLV bench, instrumental in the early days of actually executing that school. Seegers tied up
bonus.
with
yeah, that foul's going to be on Poyser, his first, but 10 fouls. UNLV said double bonus time, and Farrell will shoot 2. How about Indiana from the line?
What are their numbers?
Now 3 for 9.
3 for 9. There's Mike. And there's his youngest son there, younger son from Ben Carter. 3 for 9 for Indiana from the free throw line?
That's correct.
What's the worst shooting game they've ever had in their school's history from the line in the first half?
Yeah, I'm going to need a little bit of time to get that to you, but
we got a minute. We got a minute to go before
we'll see.
half.
We'll see. Stay patient. Faith and patience, top rung of the pyramid of success.
Not the strengths of my game.
Yeah. And they get a bump on Bielfeldt.
That's the call. That's the right call. I take that back. I withdraw my statement. If you're going to call, just call it out of bounds right there.
52.4 seconds left, and UNLV by 5.
So it's normally UNLV that has been a horrific free throw shooting team. They lost the game against UCLA because they couldn't make free throws. Yesterday it was even worse.
So 5-point game. And now Williams. And Troy is fouled. He'll go to the line.
Yesterday you were in my face about.
I was not in your face.
You were in my face yesterday about my free throw shooting. I never lost a game because I missed free throws. There was one time.
Yes.
When I was in 7th grade. That I missed a free throw after the clock expired.
I was not the one that said I used free throws to rest.
I did. I played to win. I
Right.
didn't play for stats.
And I
didn't
said
play for
your
glory.
coach probably would have liked you to use free throws to get points.
I played to win.
That's how you win, with points.
You can win in a lot of different ways.
While resting?
It's
That's
a
how
long
it happened?
game. I played the whole game. I didn't
So if
come
we were
out
to
of the game.
rewind, I would say I experienced the exchange not so much as me getting in your face, just me asking questions and you not having good answers.
I disagree.
All right, good talk. 45 seconds to go first half. John Shambi alongside the Hall of Famer Bill Walton as Indiana and UNLV get together.
When everybody thinks alike, nobody thinks Okay to disagree, just don't be disagreeable.
See where they go here. Seegers directing traffic. Shot clock under 10. Wamu, wow, that is from deep. Oh, my goodness. Ike Wamu gets it from way downtown.
Wamu and McCaw, just fabulous first halves for UNLV. And they have weathered this storm. Whether they'll be able to sustain in the second half, a much bigger question.
Farrell scoop at the buzzer wouldn't go.
Wamu is everywhere. I don't care if he has an N at the beginning that you never say.
UNLV up by 7 at the break. Patrick McCaw continues to play excellent basketball. 45 in the first 2, 13 in the first half of this one.
Throw it down, big man, one time.
Time to send it back to the studio. Land Rover halftime report and Doug Kazarian. Welcome back to the Maui Gym Maui Invitational. There it is, the Walton Chopper. Our game track, Indiana trailing by 7. UNLV started 6 for 7, but a furious comeback. And IU outscoring UNLV 22-14 to finish. Hi, John Shambi, our Tiki friend Bill Walton here in Maui. Reminder still to come, our championship game tonight. It'll feature Vanderbilt and Kansas. In this first half, early on, it was Indiana turning it over a lot. UNLV got points in transition, but Indiana played much better as the half wore on.
John, the blades of the chopper, they have been whirling like a feverish devil out there, because this has been fantastic basketball that we have seen from the opening tap. Patrick McGraw, dynamic, explosive, vibrant. Then in transition, Wamu throwing it down. That guy came to play today. After a very hesitant and shaky start, Indiana, they came back. Yogi Ferrell was magnificent. Blackman was very strong. Troy Williams. Thomas Bryant, an excellent player. And now with the Maui Gym Invitational here, the final game for 5th place. Here we go. History on the line. 20 minutes. Who can play? Who's got a game? Who wants this? Let's go. John?
I want it, Bill. I want it.
I'm glad to hear that.
McCaw short on that shot. McCaw led all scorers with 13 in the first half. Troy Williams, ball fake, kick out.
Most of those 13, though, in the opening minutes. It's not so much how many you get, it's when you get them.
Yeah, I don't know. I think all points are equal.
They're going to need him. They're going to need him now. He set the tempo, McCall did, which is fantastic. Did you ever have the privilege of watching the 1972 Lakers?
I was
with Wilt, Jerry, and Elgin. Elgin, he retired early, but then Gail Goodrich. Gail Goodrich, he would score 25 to 30 points in the first half.
Okay.
And then Jerry West would score 25 to 30 in the second half when they won the game. And they won 33 straight that year.
Well, do you have a chance to win the game if Gail doesn't score the 25 in the first?
Wilt was always there whenever needed, including the game he came out and scored 64 when somebody had written, I think it was Doug Krikorian, had called him out and said his career was over.
Hartman. And now Williams won't go. Offensive rebound and a putback. Troy Williams.
Williams is one of the guys on this Indiana team that could play athletically with the running Rebels. Beautiful play, Colin Hartman.
There's your guy.
This is the guy that makes teams work. Jamal Wilkes was that way. Mike Warren was that way. Greg Lee, Bob Gross. Never get any attention, but without him, it never works.
Mike Warren on Hill Street Blues.
On the UCLA basketball team, 2-time NCAA championship teams.
Morgan inside. They're going to get a foul on the floor. Curry on the call.
Do you think that they'll change the rules on continuation before they let this guy Diallo play for Kansas?
Do I think they'll change the rules on what?
On the continuation foul call to the basket. Which in any normal interpretation of how that play was unfolding should have been a shooting foul.
And now they're going to get a foul, I believe, on Hartman. That's going to be number 4 on Colin Hartman, and he's going to have to give a seat.
And
Get
that's
a seat,
twice
and
now.
Juwan Morgan is going to check.
Excuse me there, John. But that's twice that Indiana players were in perfect position and backing up. Bielfeldt in the first half right in front of the Hoosier bench, and there Hartman right there with, he has to go to the bench. That's not a foul.
Wamu launching. Seagears a rebound. His shot won't go. And Morgan the board. So here come the Hoosiers down by 5, under 18 to go second half. And Farrell fouled there by Dwayne Morgan.
And the Hoosier fans rise as one, acknowledging the call. Hoosier fans were treating the referees rough on the way to their locker room at halftime. Whoa.
Williams now as they set it up. And Troy Williams picking up his dribble.
Indiana's confused. Now that's an offensive foul.
And Bryant barreling over Ben Carter. That's the 3rd on Thomas Bryant. 13 turnovers on Indiana.
So both big guys, Zimmerman and Bryant, this is an easy play to call. But does that come anywhere close to making up for the one that they blew on the block shot in the first half, and puts him in now in a disastrous situation with 3 fouls here in this critically important historical 5th place game?
UNLV by 5.
And he has to go to the bench. Hartman's on the bench. What kind of depth does this Hoosier squad have for Tom Crean? Anunoby will have to play. Juwan Morgan will have to play. Bielfeldt will have to move into the center position a lot. And then Troy Williams, their do-it-all guy. Your time, Troy.
Right now wiping up a wet spot in the court. Down to the far end. And there is Bielfeldt, and he's matched up on UNLV center Steven Zimmerman Jr. Zimmerman here. And that shot short. Bielfeldt the board.
Excellent defense. Couldn't play it any better, Bielfeldt. Make him do what he doesn't want to do. You make a guy who's taller than you, stronger and longer, make him shoot a fadeaway jumper from 18 feet. Done your job.
Williams goes baseline. Off the glass. Wouldn't go. Rebound Morgan. Wamu. UNLV has started 0 for 6 here in the second half. Williams, shot blocked, but a foul call.
Excellent defense by the running Rebels in transition. The stab down low, but then the follow through of the body. When you go for that block, let the guy go by you and come from behind him, and then just take it out of his hand, grab it, and you're up the court in the other direction on your own fast break. He has no idea that he doesn't have the ball anymore.
Indiana just 5 for 12, now 6 for 13 from the free throw line.
But that whole play is made by the guard diving underneath to make the attacker on the offensive end make him double clutch. Because if he comes in unimpeded, then the defensive shot blocker up top has no chance whatsoever.
And Williams gets them both.
Good player, Troy Williams. Versatile.
3rd in the Big Ten in rebounding a season ago. He goes 6'7", 215.
How'd they do against Wisconsin a year ago?
And Wamu knocks it down.
Wamu's got game, and he's got discipline. He's got concentration, and he realizes how important this game is for him. On ESPN against a huge audience that Indiana will always bring here in the Maui Invitational.
Zeisloft answers with a 3.
start.
And that's 11 for Nick Zeislov. You know, you're going to have to pay Sean McDonough some money. He's the one that came up with the Maui Invitational.
I thought you just told me that today.
I told you what?
Maui Invitational.
Well, I said that both Mike Swanson and Sean McDonough had combined it to come up with that. And it's going to go the other way.
What do you have patents on the
That's
English
correct.
on the English language?
That is correct.
What's up with that?
3-point game here at the Lahaina Civic Center.
Selfishness and greed, the root of all evil.
Selfish.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Lowe's. Lowe's, never stop improving. And Lexus all-weather drive. Conquer the weather. Don't let it conquer you. See your Lexus dealer.
Tonight from the Lahaina Civic Center, our championship game, number 19 Vanderbilt. Wade Baldwin the fourth, and all their sharpshooters. Of course, Luke Cornett, and they'll go up against Bill Self at number 5 Kansas. Perry Ellis and company playing very well out here in Maui, and it should be a good matchup. Two very good offensive teams, all part of Feast Week presented by Lowe's. 10 Eastern on ESPN, also streaming live on Watch ESPN. The Maui Invitational Championship, Vanderbilt, Kansas tonight.
We are feasting here. This game here, that game tonight, Vanderbilt, Kansas. Excellent everything across the board in both games here, including passionate fans. The red tonight, the blue and gold from Kansas and Vanderbilt.
Nice move, Bielefeld up and under. 1-point game.
Bielefeld has worked his way into this game. He's ignored the referees' just atrocious calls.
Carter inside and really just bullying his way into the bucket with that size advantage over Troy Williams. Remember, Brian is on the bench with 3 fouls for Indiana, and he's really their only size.
Zimmerman's got 3 fouls of his own.
And right there, it's Blackman knocking down a 3. And Indiana has tied this up. Second tie of the game. Remember, UNLV led by as many as 15. That's a turnover, and it's Hoosiers basketball.
Indiana is making UNLV play half-court basketball. Bielefeld, excellent footwork, just step right through, fake one way, come back the other, get in the air. Blackman right away, the quick delivery, no hesitation. UNLV's in trouble because they started so magnificently, but then they realized, oh, we're just going to be able to cruise and dunk and style. The only guy who's really playing for the Rebels right now is Wander. And get him the ball. Patrick McCaw is just kind of in a daze out there waiting for somebody else to do something.
Well, he comes out of the daze, gets a steal. And then they go to the possession arrow as it was tied up, and it belongs to Indiana.
Zeislov everywhere, doing it all, forcing the traveling violation that the referee, pick a violation here.
That's a good call right there.
Excellent. We love the refs. I've got a website, ilovetherefs.org.
Really?
And it's a charity.
Blackman from deep. And Derek Jones Jr. with the rebound.
Players at this level are spending too much time blocking out as opposed to rebounding. Ben Carter, an offensive clinic. We have seen it all after some early ruminations and fumblings down there.
13 points for Carter, who, well, Dave Rice wanted him so bad out of high school, out of Bishop Gorman. Instead, he went to Oregon. Now he's got him as he's transferred back to and out of Las Vegas.
He played well at Oregon. Did a good job. Dana Altman with one of the best programs in all the land. Ball movement, footwork, get in the air. Don't spend too much time faking. You only need one fake. If you have to fake more than once and you're not getting it right into your shot, give it up to somebody else. Quick hitting basketball.
McCaw gives off. And now Carter a jumper.
Good basketball. 3 guys handling it, everybody doing something different, and a wide open shot. We'll take that any and every time.
Indiana down by 2. Trailed by as many as 15. They try and get it into Bryant, but there's Derek Jones Jr. And then the pass up ahead was way too far for McCaw, and that is 8 turnovers on the running Rebels.
That was thrown to Dave Odom, who's sitting off the court, both feet.
Our tournament chairman.
How about feeding the post? That time, that ball hit the fans, please. Are you trying to get the ball to the biggest guy in the court? If you can't get the ball to the biggest guy in the court, what kind of game do you have? What kind of commitment do you have to listening to the coach's dream? Learn how to feed the post. Learn how to get the ball to who you want.
That's why guards are important.
Well, how does the song go? I'm going to tell you how it's going to be.
Oh, Troy Williams, scoop wouldn't go. Morgan flying in, loose ball. And it's UNLV. McCaw, Derek Jones Jr. and scoops it in.
Beautiful execution on a ragged fast break. The running Rebels, they have to spend more time on figuring out how to turn that into something more fluid. Rebounding. Okanobo just above the crowd.
Wamu couldn't finish. Loose ball, Zeisloff diving after it. And they get a timeout. UNLV able to pick up that loose ball and get the TO. So a 4-point UNLV advantage. Oh, more Walton's World. The best of what's coming your way. Maui Wowie.
When you put on a pair of Maui Jim sunglasses, the world begins to look different.
Maui Jim.
Oluwalu, heaven on earth.
Maui Wowie, let's go.
I love my bike. I love to swim in the ocean in the deep blue water. I love that. Oh my gosh. The chirping, yes.
Where's Fred?
I think we should stop it right now and just say we've got 2 Hall of Famers right here. This is like the coolest thing ever. It really is. What a beautiful place. What a dream come true. There is no reason to ever go anyplace else.
Oh, here we go. Here's some of the tweets from the day. Eleanor Roosevelt said you should do something every day that scares you. I said, I'm right in the middle of doing it. You said, I've been watching the game. I said, you've sort of been watching the game. Sort of.
I have had so much fun here.
We have had a good time.
Thank you, John.
Thank you, Bill. With 2 L's.
We have got such a great game here. Such a fabulous experience. Wonderful pass. Yes, UNLV out of the timeout. But I've got my bike. I've got my chair. I've got my wife. I'm in Maui. I've got this basketball game. I've got these fans. It's happening. I mean, dreams do come true.
Morgan baseline.
Whoa. He might want to think about moving out a little bit and using the board. McCaw and Wamu, let's go. And Wamu's on the bench. Not quite sure why. He's been their best player today.
Okanobo.
Now they're up against the shot clock and they got nothing to do.
Here's McCaw.
You can get that shot at any time. Please.
Farrell, little hesitation. Jumper wouldn't go. Derek Jones Jr. the rebound.
Best rebound of the tournament for Derek Jones. Finally, in rhythm, the height of his jump. Whoa.
Okinobo short, flying in Farrell. And then Troy Williams went down.
Thomas Bryant, excellent defense. They need to get him some more offensive opportunities down low.
It'll stay with Indiana. One of the highlights of our time here in Maui.
Another timeout?
Another timeout, Bill.
Oh,
the Turtles. And, of course, the eternal question that Bill Walton asked. John, how do they tell time? Bill, they don't care. More basketball to battle for Atlanta's semifinal action coming your way on Thanksgiving. Gonzaga awaiting the winner of Texas. Texas A&M at Syracuse awaiting the winner of UConn and Michigan.
Zilcher and Sabonis, just absolutely fantastic to watch. Danny Manning leading the charge off the bus. That guy can ride a bike. That guy can coach. That guy's got a team. Brian Crawford.
Yeah, good looking freshman out of DC.
This has been the best game of the entire tournament so far. And we called that before the game started.
I'll give you credit. You called it.
I'm a team guy.
Kyle Wiltshire, yeah, for Gonzaga. And right there, Yogi Ferrell able to step back, knock down the jumper. Yogi's got 9.
The low balance that he's able to get and just keep that ball barely inches off the floor on that dribble. There's nothing that Ben Carter can do about that with the size disparity. Big guy's much better at getting high than getting low.
Cornish with Farrell on him, and then Carter lost the handle. Bryant comes away with it, and here we go. Hoosiers up ahead. Farrell inside. Oh, goodness. Derek Jones Jr. He dribbled that.
He could have caught that with his chin. Why didn't he just grab it out of the air? I mean, why give the other team a setup play? I mean, that's just, you're hurting your team's chances because you had the advantage, and now all of a sudden you just give it up. Please. Don't you care whether your team wins or not?
Easy. Farrell missing, and it's out of bounds. Oh, wow. It'll go the other way, and now they're going to get together.
It's got to be UNLV.
Eric Curry comes over, tells Keith Kimball, nope, it'll stay. So Indiana basketball down by 4, 9:40 to go. John Chambia and Bill Walton, the Maui Jim Maui Invitational.
Yogi Ferrell does not need a screen up top. If you're Thomas Bryant, stay down low.
Still to come, Wake Forest, UCLA, and then our championship, Vanderbilt and Kansas.
I love Luke Cornett.
Farrell and a turnover. And Indiana's had a difficult time taking care of the basketball in this one.
Yogi needs to put that ball up on the glass. When he draws the defense like that, and you don't need to throw the pass off the backboard. Bryant will catch that, and he'll throw it down. He'll throw it down with his chin.
Indiana
break his teeth on the rim.
Tied the game. Since then, they've won 1 for 8 with 3 turnovers.
That efficient. Wow.
I detect sarcasm.
McCall. Come on. This guy, he started the game as if he was the greatest player that ever played.
Here's Wamu. And he hits a huge 3 to make it a 7-point game. Ike Wamu with 13.
Wamu, just this grand stage. Just the whole world watching, and he's saying, sometimes the lights all shining on me. Bielfeldt answers right back. What a game.
Max with 9. Last year was 6th man of the year for Michigan, averaged a little over 5 points per game and about 3.5 rebounds a game.
The winners get to write history.
Wow. Seeger's feet inside, it's taken away. And Blackman now up ahead. Williams lays it in. And Indiana's within 2. Williams with 9.
Very tough pass. Williams so versatile, though, able to reach up on the dead run. Zeisloff just digging in defensively on Wamu on the sideline corner.
Loose ball, and eventually Morgan comes away with it. McCaw, open look. And Carter to board. They'll set it up.
Not even close for McCaw. He allowed himself to go cold. You cannot do that in a game like this. When you get hot, you just have to keep going until you have nothing left.
Wamu pulls up, gets another.
Like that.
16 for the transfer from Mercer.
When was the last time you looked like that?
You mean like physically?
Yeah, like Wamu.
High school?
I never did.
That one up ahead. McCaw the layup.
Transition basketball. UNLV at their best. Shades of Reggie Theus. Shades of Glenn Gondrzak. Tarkanian building the foundation. One of the great programs in the history of intercollegiate athletics. Now trying to come back. What a victory this would be if they can hold on in the last 6:45.
Bielfeldt backing down, flips it up, no good. Fight for the loose ball, and eventually Morgan has it.
When Morgan brings that ball in, the elbows come out. That'll give you the space. They're just going to come closing in on you.
Seegers the reverse.
Timeout, Indiana up against it right now. They came so close. They had momentum. But then Wamu, McCaw in transition. Seegers, everybody. And this crowd just electric here. Maui gym, colors, clarity, detail. It's all right happening for the running Rebels right now.
The Rebels on a 7-0 run. Great move, Jerome Seegers. UNLV on top.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by the Maui Visitors and Convention Bureau and Visit Maui.com and Gillette. 25 million guys have switched to the Gillette Flex Ball. Will you?
UNLV by 9 over Indiana. John Chambee, Bill Walton back here in beautiful Maui. And time now for today's play of the game, driven by Continental Tires. And it's all about the defense, Bill Walton. All about that defense. Yes, block shot. Derek Jones Jr. dribbling it out of bounds.
I don't get it. We had this morning. I love Continental, but please, you give the Continental play of the game in the morning game to a guy's team who's lost. They were not even close. And then you give a defensive play of the game, which basically gave the ball back to the offensive team. I just don't get it. That ball had no chance of ever going in the hoop. The guy could have caught it. I could have caught that ball, please. Keep the ball in play. And when we at ESPN, when we glorify plays like that, what are all these little young Timmies going to do out there who were trying to build their lives and chase their dreams?
Young Timmies, of course, reference to Tim Sullivan, our producer.
The guy that put that shot on the air and decided that that was the play of the game. I think that's an embarrassment to our sponsor, Continental, who has great products.
That's a little aggressive, isn't it? An embarrassment, the sponsor?
What disgrace.
I mean,
shame, disaster, fiasco.
That last foul on Dwayne Morgan, Bill, that's his 4th.
Foul trouble is a major issue, not so much for Morgan, just for UNLV as a team. I mean, Morgan has not been able to contribute much. He's just a youngster getting started out there.
Zimmerman pulls down the rebound.
But you got to have some size to be able to finish off this excellent Indiana team. Zimmerman, how many fouls for him?
3.
How many for Carter?
2. Any other questions?
Yes.
Seegers missing. Rebound, Jawan Morgan.
Why did little Timmy give that defensive mistake the play of the game?
I'm going to get back down there.
Thank you.
Stay put for now, though, Bill.
Oh, yes, Blackman.
And that is going to go back to UNLV.
Zimmerman had that ball, but he just bent over. Didn't even get his knees flexed. All right, the Bruins are here. Let's go. The reason why the Pac-12 is the Conference of Champions. The most NCAA titles in basketball in all sports combined. Uh-oh. This is not good. Wow. Ouch. What happened here? Blackman along the baseline there. He just dives right through. Yes, and with Ben Carter jumping right in there, Morgan gets his legs taken out from underneath him. We can only hope and pray that he's going to be fine. But you never know. The breaks of the game. Excellent defense. Yogi Ferrell defending somebody who's got 8 inches on him.
McCaw takes it away. Back the other way. And McCaw will go to the line and he'll shoot 2.
It appears to be external.
He got his ankle rolled.
Ooh. Ouch. That hurts. And will continue to do so for a long time. But that play right there by McCaw, that's how you finish on the fast break when a guy who's got some athleticism is coming up behind you. At the last minute, he slowed down, moved his body in, just reached out, positioned.
But he didn't finish, though. He didn't score.
He got fouled. He got fouled. You're not going to make every play.
Patrick McCaw's been their best player in the early going this season. Their leading scorer. He's got 16 points, now 17, and 4 in the half.
He had 13 points in the first 5 minutes of this game. It's been Wammer.
Like Wammer with 16, including 4 threes. UNLV by 10. See where Indiana goes.
Wammer was giving them the competitive response of a champion. And that's what you're going to need to beat this great Indiana program.
Farrell, shot clock winding down. Farrell.
That's an offensive foul.
Bryant inside and a shot clock violation.
What a fortuitous break for the running Rebels. The ball didn't hit the rim. Thomas had it. He could have thrown it down. If he didn't pump fake, just get right going. But easy play to call on the shot clock violation.
A 9-1 UNLV run. And you can hear the Rebels fans.
I can't make out what they're saying.
Rebels.
Oh, Rebels?
Yes.
Okay, thanks.
Seagear's kick out.
Beautiful.
And there's McCaw.
Screen from a perimeter player up top. Come to your strong hand and then kick it to a guy at the three-point line. Beautiful basketball.
Has 20. And all of a sudden, it's UNLV by 13. So Zeislov tries to answer and does. He can shoot it. 11 now.
Really? You think so? I'd get him some more shots. But when a guy like Seegers is coming to his right hand, you have to make him change direction and turn his back. You can't just let him go wherever he wants. Zeislov everywhere. Knocking down threes. Now here's Hartman. Make a play.
Zeislov again, and again knocks it down, and it's back to a 7-point game. Zeislov with 5 threes, 17 points.
Zeislov is not going to miss. Dave Rice, he's got to get the team to regroup and get back attacking. They're walking the ball up the court.
UNLV calls timeout. 67-60. Well, the running Rebels, Patrick McCaw from deep.
Seegers is right-handed and promises to be so the rest of this game. That guy can shoot and promises to be able to continue doing that forever.
Tonight after the Maui Invitational title game featuring Vanderbilt and Kansas. Stick around, SportsCenter at night. They got you covered. All the highlights from today's games, a preview of tomorrow's NFL Thanksgiving matchups. It's SportsCenter at night tonight after number 19 Vanderbilt, number 5 Kansas. They'll have news from every sport, including, I don't know, let's say baseball. You got James Shields on the right from the Padres. Josh Johnson, pitcher, on the left. He'll be here, a little vacation,
what
taking
team is he on?
some basketball.
What team is the guy on the left on?
He's coming back from surgery, and this past year was with the Padres.
The Padres, that's my home team.
I'm familiar.
You remember Tony Perez, Chico Ruiz? Excellent. Westgate Park, now Petco Park. Ron Fowler, Mike D. Fantastic. I love the Padres.
The guy on the left, Josh Johnson, probably could get into this game. He goes about 6'7".
Really?
Yeah.
It's not how big you are, it's how big you play. You ever stood next to basketball players before?
Never.
They're like big
guys.
guys.
I've been sitting next to
You ever
him
stood next to Shaq? You ever stood next to Yao Ming? Oh my gosh. Uh-oh. This is not good. Ben Carter. Lacing him up.
Zimmerman, by the way, picks up number 4.
It's the best college game I've seen this year. The intensity, the tenacity, the commitment, the effort, the fans, the setting.
So this would be number 1 out of the 7 that you've seen?
I don't know how many I've seen, but
well, I'm pretty sure it's 7.
I don't. Okay. This is I'm just saying this is the best game I've seen this year in college basketball.
How about some faith and some patience? I want to hear, you know, let's wait.
No, this has been. I'm saying. What is it that you don't understand about this has been the best game I've seen this year? And if every game was like this, wow, maybe Sean Miller wouldn't be complaining about things.
Why are we taking gratuitous cheap shots at Sean Miller?
I'm not. How can you blame the fans for anything? The fans are what makes this work. You put on a good show, the fans will be there. And this has been a great show today. The fans are the reason we have the greatest lives ever.
Seagears. There's Carter from the elbow. Got it. Ben Carter. Big bucket, and it's back up to 8. He's got 15.
Every time it seems like UNLV is just going to discombobulate, they come back with a spectacular play. Zeisloff, you got to get him the ball. The guy's on fire.
Hartman, corner 3. Got it, and 1. A chance at a 4-point play. Wow.
Maui, wowie.
Colin Hartman.
Spark this game up here. Let's go.
His first points of the game.
He's made tremendous defensive plays. He's been keeping the offense moving. How many shot attempts has he had in the game?
I believe 1.
You need more than that.
He had a 4-point play.
How many free throws has Indiana missed in this game?
Remember,
as a team,
Hartman's been sitting with the 4 fouls. That's been a factor. Indiana is 10 for 19 from the free throw line.
So that's 9 missed free throws. And they're losing by 4. That sounds like UNLV against UCLA earlier this week. UCLA went 23 for 20. 5-second violation. Wow. In the modernization of the rules that the NCAA tried to do this last offseason, I think 25 new rule changes. That should have been at the top of the list. When you have a shot clock, you don't need a 5-second violation rule.
An 11-2 Indiana run.
I'd love to see him go to the 3 to make 2 rule too.
You're ridiculous.
Why do you want to reward fouling? Nice.
Inside, in and out for Blackman. Wow.
Right there.
Under a minute to go in a 4-point game.
Nwamu's got to be the guy.
Blackman still can't believe that did not go down.
And
foul his second, team foul number 6, so out of bounds on the side for UNLV.
Which only helps the running Rebels. They're not a great free throw shooting team. How about the international rule? When you get fouled late in the game like this, you don't have to shoot it. You just get the ball out of bounds. That discourages fouling. Congratulations to our friends at Prater Flooring, who just contributed this fantastic equipment here so that these young gods of the night here could just come and just put on all their athletic achievements and accomplishments on display here. Crowd back and forth. IU, Rebels, let's go. Maui Gym, Maui Invitational.
Nwamu to inbound, and being harassed finds Carter. Hartman all over him.
Don't foul if you're Hartman. You got 4. Come and get it.
And Blackman fouls Carter. And that'll be Blackman's 3rd. It's going to be a 1-and-1 spot.
Why don't players pass the ball in that situation?
Carter on the season.
Because you have to foul the guy who has the ball if you want it to be an effective use of fouling.
Carter at 64%. He's 3 for 3 from the line today. Dad looking up.
If anybody's going to hold the ball for the Rebels at this point in this game, I'd want it to be Nwamu. For that guy, he is determined to be the best player in this game, and he has been.
Big free throw.
Carter's played well, done a lot of different things. McCaw had the good start, gave him the momentum early. Seegers, magnificent contributions throughout, scoring, leadership, decision-making, penetration, passing.
1 out of 2, it's a 5-point game. Doesn't have to be a 3 here. And now Farrell. Got to get something off, though. Inside, good look, Bryant. And it's a 3-point game, 29.8 seconds left in this one, and timeout Indiana. But for UNLV, Patrick McCaw got up to the fast start. It was taking defense and turning it into offense that got UNLV an early lead. McCaw as well has hit from downtown. He's got 20. And then Ike Nwamu, again, defensively and offensively. He stepped out and drilled a couple of threes.
But this game is far from over. If UNLV thinks about pulling this back out and trying to run clock, they're going to lose all momentum. The exact same thing that Indiana got them into the consolation bracket when they stopped playing against Wake Forest. And then Brian Crawford came back and won the game. So if I'm Dave Rice over there, I say, guys, we've got to score. If we score 5 more points in this last 29.8 seconds, we're going to win this game. And our game is offense. And we're not going to just try to back into this victory. So we're going to learn who we are and how we're going to play. Okay, so this is a dunk, and that counts as 2 points.
They're just checking the clock. Oh, the clock started to run again. That's got to go back up to like 30.2, 30.3. Because a few more seconds ran off the clock. So over there, Eric Curry talking to the Indiana side.
So as part of the modernization that the clock stops when the ball goes through, or only on the timeout?
Well, they ended up running some more time off the clock inadvertently when the ball went through the net. So they had to end up putting a few seconds back on, and now it's at 30.3. Coming up in a bit, it's Wake Forest and UCLA on ESPN2, and then the championship, Vanderbilt and Kansas, the Maui Invitational.
Don't forget, Sports Center after that. This is ESPN.
And Seegers is fouled. And that's 4 on Blackman. Seegers,
So Indiana,
1 out of 2 from the line.
Indiana, lazy, sloppy on that defensive situation there. Face guard your men. Get it delayed. Get the referee to delay it by getting up there in their face right away. Face guard your man. Make him throw over the top. And then having your second line guys be able to come in and steal that ball, as opposed to having to hope and pray that a guy like Seegers, who's an excellent basketball player and loves pressure, is a fantastic leader, hope and pray that he might miss.
And again, this guy, a Rutgers transfer, while sitting out last year.
Oh, he did miss.
Captain, and he comes up short with that free throw. Rebound, Indiana.
Overtime.
Inside. Bryant couldn't hit, and no foul call. Tom Crean can't believe it.
Didn't look like a foul from this vantage point. That's not a foul. The game-winning point.
Like Carter got a piece of it with his left hand.
That's great defense.
Tom Crean didn't agree. I mean, there was contact there. There's no question.
Are we going to put body sensors on everybody?
I don't believe I was suggesting as much, but just kind of looking. Tom Crean telling him to foul.
How does this song go? We've both
Which
got
song?
2 eyes, but some just can't see. It's all one song.
13.8 seconds left.
Beautiful stroke by Seegers.
So now a 5-point game.
If UNLV loses this game, it'll be one of the all-time collapses.
Timeout, Indiana, 7.5 to go. One of the all-time collapses.
I've been involved in a lot of them.
You have?
Yes, I have.
All right, so 7.5 seconds left in this one. John Shambi and Bill Walton, before we finish up on this.
You're really cool, you know. I didn't know who you were until I got here. And now
I handed you my card, and I said, hi, I'm John
Now
Shambi.
I found out that you're John.
Yeah.
And you're from Philadelphia.
One end.
One end,
Yeah.
like in Jonathan.
Correct.
Okay, and then you went to Boston College.
Yes.
And that Andrew Toney is your favorite player ever.
There you go.
Yeah.
Some of this stuff's starting to penetrate day 3.
And, well,
there's a championship game coming up. The guys in the truck want me to ask you about the championship game. It's
gonna be
Vanderbilt
fantastic.
and Kansas.
I'm not sure it can live up to this game, because this game was the best game I've seen all year in college basketball.
All year.
But all year.
It's November.
Well, that's all I can do is see this year.
Okay.
And so Kansas is fantastic. And I love everything they do. I love their teamwork. I love their approach to the game. I love how it's not about individuals, and it's not about stats. It's not about stuff. It's about the culture of what they have. Now, they lost shockingly in that game in Chicago to Michigan State. Valentine had the huge game.
Remember,
but they
still
played,
to come UCLA and Wake Forest.
okay, the third place game, I played in some of those too.
Yeah.
Yikes. Oh. But Vanderbilt is tremendous. But whether they have enough, whether they can play at the physical level, the emotional level, the mental level, I think they've got a lot. I don't know how much. We're going to find out. This game today, it lived up to all my dreams and all my hopes, all of them. I wish there weren't so many fouls. I wish there weren't so many timeouts. But to see these young guys trying so hard, and they don't have any idea these young players out on the court today of what's gone down between Indiana and UNLV for all these years. I think these two programs should make a regular scheduled game almost every year.
First free throws for WAMU.
Because both schools travel so well. How about home and home? Assembly Hall, Thomas and Mack. Hall of Fame traditions, national championships, great players, enthusiastic, passionate fans. What more could you ask for? And this guy, Ike WAMU. Oh my gosh.
Missed them both.
Oh my gosh.
And now a chance. Here's Farrell. And they foul.
Oh
well
my
done.
gosh.
And that's only 6 fouls, by the way.
That is a brilliant foul then.
Good job by WAMU to foul Yogi Ferrell.
Dave Rice in the timeout telling everybody, look, if they get a run at us, they have a chance, just foul them. Because all they have to do is start again. Now,
do you foul again here?
So what's the rule? Next shot is 1-and-1?
Correct.
Yes, I would. Absolutely.
Court's a little wet. What do we got going on over here? Why are they in their huddle?
Because Tom Crean is taking advantage of the fact
that the floor is wet.
Yeah, and that's fine. But the referee's job is to get the game underway. Now, UNLV has to play assertive defense here, but
Dave Rice is saying he wants him to foul.
Why is Yogi Ferrell taking the ball out of bounds? He needs to be receiving it and driving it. Where's Zeisloff?
Wow. 5 seconds. You got to be kidding me.
Wow.
That's unbelievable.
You can't even get the ball in bounds. How about Hartman throwing that ball to Zeisloff coming off a screen to nail a 3 and send this magnificent game to overtime?
21 turnovers for Indiana.
But the vast majority of those were early. I mean, they had 13 in the first half.
I mean, look, 21 turnovers, 22 points off those 21 turnovers for UNLV.
If you're UNLV, throw the ball long. Throw it over the top to the far corner and have somebody race down there and get it. Don't throw it towards Indiana's basket. What are you throwing it to Indiana's basket for? How many timeouts for Indiana?
It'll be Indiana basketball.
No timeouts.
Indiana has no timeouts.
Now we find out. Okay, the referee's got to get this game playing. They can't have a huddle over there. Okay. This is just one of the 9 worst plays in the history of UNLV basketball right there.
9.
Why didn't they throw it to this far corner at their end of the court? Okay, Hartman's finally passing it in. Morgan's got to smother his pass. Look for Zeisloff, number 2 in the low corner to come off that down screen.
And let's see if they foul.
Bielefeld, can he get it?
Zeisloff.
Shoot it. Oh, block shot, Ben Carter. UNLV, he holds on. Oh, wait, there's more time.
0.8 seconds left, and the running Rebels, they're going to get a chance to finish this one off, but
that's Mr.
Ben Carter's dad. As Carter,
that's great defensive play. Ben should not stand there, and he should be chasing that ball down. That came right back his way. Never let the show get in the way of the game. Okay, more WAMU. This guy has been the best player in the game. And he just missed 2 free throws. His only 2 free throws of the game. Like Seegers, who missed his first one and then nailed the next 2. I think that's going to happen. Oh, gosh, not even close. He's getting worse for Ike WAMU.
0 for 3 from the line.
Oh, Greensboro, North Carolina. He gave one away there that day. That's where young Ike is from. Oh, my gosh, missed them both. Throw it.
And that'll do it.
What a game. What a day. I love Maui. I love Maui, Jim.
72-69 the final. UNLV wins it. Enjoyed the 3 days here, Bill Walton. Thank you.
Thank you, John. Thank you for everything. Thank you for making me happy. And thank you for your patience.
Up next on ESPN2, more coverage of the Maui Gym, Maui Invitational, Wake Forest and UCLA. And, of course, our nightcap, the championship, Vanderbilt and Kansas. Great work by our entire crew here. Thanks to everybody. I'm John Shambi saying aloha from Maui. Back to the studio. Here's Chris Hassel.